Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are talking about factory quality. We want to know how factories really work on the inside. Are they always telling the truth? Well, we are going to look for hidden mistakes. Let's dive right in.
Many managers think everything is perfectly fine. They see zero customer complaints, so they relax. But I have a question for you. Does a lack of complaints actually mean your factory works perfectly? Maybe not. People see zero complaints and feel happy. They believe their mass production is completely stable. But there is a different reality here. Often, there are hidden problems deep inside the factory. And honestly, factories can hide these mistakes very, very well. So here is our map for today. First, the quality trap. Second, checking the tools. Third, checking the process. Fourth, hidden problems in culture. And finally, how to fix it. Let's get started. Section 1. The quality trap. The illusion of good parts. Think about a big change in the data. First, the factory finds a lot of bad parts. Then, suddenly, the bad parts drop by 90%. Did they fix the real problem? Usually the answer is no. They simply changed how they measure those parts. This is what really happens on the factory floor. Step 1. The machine finds a bad part. Step 2. The worker does not fix the real cause. Instead, the worker just changes the machine setting. Step 3. The machine now says the part is good. This is a very dangerous trap. Section 2. Checking the tools. Do we trust the numbers? Well, before we check the product, we must check our tools. We use a special method called MSA. MSA checks if your measuring tools work correctly. This is absolutely crucial. If your tools are bad, your numbers are bad, and you just cannot trust bad numbers to make good decisions. The important point here is this exact number, 10%. Your tool error must be under 10%. If the error is higher, the tool is basically useless. Think about it. Good parts will fail the test, bad parts will pass the test. Your data just becomes garbage. Let me give you a clear example. Imagine we have one single part. We test it on machine A. Machine A says it is good. Then we take the exact same part and test it on machine B. Machine B says it is bad. This happens when we do not check our tools. The numbers mean nothing at all. Section 3. Checking the process. Is the factory stable? Now we zoom out to look at the whole process. We use another method called SPC. SPC checks if your factory process is stable over time. We must look at data over a long period. We cannot look at just one single day. We need data from weeks or months to see the real truth. Here is a very hard lesson. A lack of customer complaints does not mean the factory is stable. Zero complaints simply means you are lucky today. It really does not mean your process is actually good. Remember those workers changing the machine settings earlier? If workers adjust the machines all the time, you cannot measure stability. Changing rules every day completely ruins the process. Managers really must remember this. If you touch the process every single day, it will never be stable. Section 4. Hidden problems and culture. So why do workers change the settings? Well, there is often a clear split in the company. The main office makes the rules. They look at the reports. But the overseas factory is different. They actually change the machines, and they hide the problems. There is a very big gap between these two places. But why do the workers hide these problems? Simply put, people hide problems to save face. Workers do not want to look bad in front of the boss. They do not want direct criticism. So it is much easier to just hide their mistakes than to speak the truth. Here is the final result of all this. The headquarters demands perfect data. They want zero errors. So what does the factory do? The factory just sends fake data. They invent numbers to make the headquarters happy. Everyone pretends the problem is fixed. Section 5. How to fix it. Real rules for good parts. We have seen the problems. Now let's look at concrete actions managers can take right now. Managers must follow these exact rules. First, do not change machine settings. Second, check your measuring tools every week. Third, record every single change in a system. And fourth, tell the truth about bad parts. You absolutely must stop using fake numbers. You can also use an outside expert. Step 1, the factory tests the part. Step 2, the outside expert tests the exact same part. Step 3, Compare the two numbers. This proves if your factory tools are actually telling the truth. It really helps build trust. New international quality rules require a totally new culture. You must write down the true problems. You cannot hide them anymore. Once you write down the real problems, then you can fix them forever. Please remember this strong rule. Measurement without truth is just a game. All your numbers mean absolutely nothing if the factory process is a lie. You must have true data to build good parts. This brings us to the end of our explainer. I want to leave you with one big question. Does your factory actually check the tools, or does it just hide the mistakes? Think deeply about your own factory today. Thank you for joining us, and keep asking the hard questions.